Guys, how are you doing? This is a new episode, new week, new episode, new me. Actually, not new me, but like, let's pretend, okay? Today, I have concocted a list of things to talk about. That looks very fun. Yup. Think we'll have a great time today. Again, okay. First thing on my list, it's written racist grandpa. No, let me explain. I was like looking at a grandpa in the street, and then I started like thinking, oh, he's so cute, he's old. Because old people look cute, okay? They look cute. And then I started thinking, the thing with old people is you never know if they are the sweetest person alive, okay? The sweetest, absolute sweetheart, wouldn't hurt a mice, never. He's the best person to be around. And you also never know if they are the biggest racist in the whole world. Racist, sexist, ableist, everything you want. You never know. And the thing is, it's either the one or the other. There's no in between. I've never met a grandpa or a grandma that doesn't fit into these two categories, okay? They're either the sweetest person alive or the meanest person alive. No in between. And you cannot see that. Both times they look cute. You know? They look so cute. And then you're like, oh, grandfathers, they're so cute, And then they start throwing cuss words and doing racist things. I'm like, where did we go wrong? Where have you made a U-turn and completely switch your personality? Okay. I was so scared. I thought there was somebody behind me. Okay, no, false alarm. There's also something I want to talk about, is the word interesting. The word interesting, if I remember correctly, it's pronounced interesting. But like not that long ago, I started noticing people start to pronounce it interesting. No, interesting. Like how do you say that? They say interest. No. No, I'm speaking Spanish. Interesting. Interesting. Like, I don't know, they say weird. They don't say interesting. They say between the ter and the esting, there's a gap. If that makes sense. Interesting. Yeah, something like that. I don't know, when did we make the switch? Because the last thing I know is we said interesting and not interesting. Yeah. I just started I noticed that with one person, and then like suddenly everybody said interesting instead of interesting. I don't know. Who made the switch? I first noticed it with the YouTuber Brittany Broski on the Broski Report. I love this woman. She's so funny. She's so relatable. I love her. And she says interesting too. That's so weird. Something else I wanted to talk about. I started saying recently the sentence, "Mommy, I'm scared." I think I made it up, but I don't know where it comes from. Because normally when I say something, I heard it somewhere, and I don't think I heard that sentence somewhere. It's just one day I started saying, "Mommy, I'm scared." Like, context. Let me give you some context. My friend starts talking about how she saw a man doing XY behavior on TikTok. I don't need to give examples. Just open TikTok 2 minutes and you see. And then I start saying, "Oh, mommy, I'm scared. Like, I don't like that." Now I know I saw an episode of Psyche where there was a child saying, what did he say? He said, "Mommy, there's a stranger in my room." He said that, but not "Mommy, I'm scared." "Mommy, there's a stranger in front of me or in my room," something like that. "Mommy, there's a stranger," that I know, but the rest of the sentence I don't remember it anymore. But "Mommy, I'm scared," I think I invented it. If so, I trademark it. Okay, only people of my, how do we call you? I don't want to say Zuzu Nation because everybody says Zuzu Nation. Zuzu Empire. Huh. No, wait. Let me think, please. That doesn't happen very frequently. Let me think. Zuzu Empire. Zuzu what? Zuzu country? No. Yeah. Zuzu dictatorships. I'm not a dictatorship. I think I would be too lazy for that. What do you mean I got to tell a whole country what to do? No. Yeah, I think we're going to be called the Zuzu Empire. I think I'm gonna call y'all Zuzu Empire, yeah. And like, we rule the world with kindness and sweetness. And doodliness, yeah. Zuzu Empire. Okay. Zuzu Empire, only people of the Zuzu Empire can use that sentence. And otherwise, if somebody not from the Zuzu Empire uses the sentence, will give you candy, but too much candy and then you puke. That's the sentence. That's the sentence for using a sentence that you're not allowed to use, okay? Give him candy until he puke. That's the sentence. Okay? And I will be intransigent. Like, I will not tolerate that behavior inside my empire. Nobody uses a forbidden sentence. Okay? That's the sentence. I declared it today. Anyway. So "Mommy, I'm scared," candy, yeah, you puke, yeah, nice. There's a trend on TikTok. By the time this episode has gone out, I think the trend would be long gone. But it's like a Muppet. It's people put a picture of a Muppet and then they with the song of Deadpool and Wolverine, like the sad song, and then they tell stories. It's so funny. That shit is so funny. People say the most of, like, how, what do you mean? I read a girl who wrapped her hair in olive oil, and because she put too much olive oil, she tripped. And I don't know what she did, but the police ended up getting involved, and the water was cut, and she didn't sleep, and she had to go to school with olive oil on her head. I don't know what happened. I also saw a woman that sat on shit on the subway. Like, there was shit on a chair, and she sat on it. That was crazy as well. What did I see? I saw, maybe if my English wants to cooperate, I saw a lot of things. I commented on one of those TikToks. And now since then, every day I get like plus 1,000 likes on that comment, which is crazy. Because my TikToks, if they get like 20 likes, It's crazy. But that comment, and it wasn't even a good comment, it was just like, ooh, I love that. And people loved it too, so I don't know. And now every time I open TikTok, I see plus 1,000 hearts on your comments. Yeah, you're a celebrity. I'm not. Nobody likes my TikToks, only my comments. That's sad. I consider myself, you know, when I take those long pauses, is because I finished something I was saying, and I'm trying to look for a transition to say something else, and I don't find it. So oftentimes I'm just taking a pause, and I'm just starting a new conversation. Like right now, what I was going to say was, I consider myself an ice cream connoisseur. Now, what the fuck does that relate to the previous thing I said? No, it doesn't relate. But we're gonna roll with that, and I'm gonna continue my story because I am indeed an ice cream connoisseur. There's a few things in life that I don't mess around with. Not mess around, like don't fuck around my things, and ice creams are that. And now I'm talking really good ice cream. I have like one ice cream shop that makes artisanal ice cream, like they make it from scratch, or I don't know what. And every time I'm having a bad day, I treat myself to an ice cream, and I always take raspberry ice cream because that's bomb. I love it. I tried other flavors. They just don't hit the same, okay? But my God, do I love ice cream. When I went to Berlin, I ordered ice cream, and since I was in another country, I was like, okay, let me treat myself. I'll get 2 scoops. I'll get 2 scoops. And I took 1 scoop of raspberry, obviously, and I took a scoop of lemon cake, and it was so good. The combination of both was so good. Talking about like something that happened in Berlin. In Berlin, they have like a superstore that's everywhere. It's called Rewe. REWE. I don't know if I said that correctly, but they have those pasta bars. So you have pasta, guys, I'm tired. They have pasta, vegetables, and stuff like that. And I don't know what happened that day. I took the bowl that you have to fill in with pasta, and I just started filling it. But like really filling it. And it started to get heavy. I kid you not, I think I had 1 or 2 kilograms of food in that bowl. And I was delusional, I don't know why. I thought that was really not that much. When I went to pay, tell me why I paid, I think I paid 16 euros for pasta. Because I filled it so much. And you want to know what? It wasn't even that good. Hate when that happens. Really hate. You pay I don't know how much, and then in the end it's not that good. Well, now I paid that much because I had too much. But like it wasn't even that good. I was so excited to try it. Yeah. I'm recording a lot because this is the only day that I've allowed myself to rest, because school has been hectic. It's been a couple of months. I don't breathe, okay? I don't breathe. I don't enjoy my life because I have so much homework. I have so much things to do, and I don't get a moment of rest. And today, like, I still have stuff to do, but it's not for today. So I was like, you know what? I'm resting today because it's getting too much. So I think I'm going to record a lot today because I don't know if I'm going to be available during the week. So I still want to give you an episode, even though I don't know if it's on YouTube or not. Oh my god. I still want to give you an episode, because even though you don't know me yet, no, you know me by now. By now you know me. I don't know you yet because this is pre-recorded and I still haven't edited a single episode and I'm 6 weeks behind. Oh my god. I still want to update you, and I don't know if I'll have a lot of people watching it, but like if one person is listening to me yapping, honestly that's enough. Honestly that's more than enough, and thank you for that one person or persons for listening. I really enjoy talking to y'all, and yeah. Now that was for the thanking. Now I'm going to talk about New Year's Eve. I am not religious. No, I am religious. I'm not Christian. That's what I'm talking about. So Christmas, I don't celebrate, but like I love the decorations and everything, and it's so fun, and the Christmas markets, and no, it's also fun. But there's something like New Year's Eve. It's so cool. Yeah. Last year I went to to watch the fireworks and stuff like that. It was so cool. But this year I'm hoping, if I don't work, I want to go to the Netherlands because my family is there. And if one thing, the Dutch don't play about New Year's Eve. They don't play, okay? I remember when I was little, we went there for New Year's Eve. And when I tell you, the streets are packed with people doing fireworks. They are packed. And in the morning when you go out after New Year's Eve, you see the whole street is red with like those fireworks paper. And it's so crazy. Everybody's exploding fireworks. That everywhere you look, there's fireworks. So I want to do that. This year I want to do that. Okay. So if I don't work, I'm hoping we go there. And I also bought I don't know if you saw, there's the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, the small camera that everybody's raging about. The thing is, I don't have 650 euros to give for a camera. It's a reasonable price for the camera, but I don't have that. So I was like, I want a camera, but if I'm going to buy a camera, at least I want it to be waterproof. Because for me, if it's not waterproof, it has no use. It has a use, but not for me, because I can film with my phone. Underwater, I cannot. So then I discovered the world of action cams. And action cams basically are like GoPros and stuff like that. It's the cameras that you can take on action-packed adventures like underwater, in the desert, in the mountains and stuff like that. So they're robust and you can take them everywhere, and they're waterproof and you can dive with it and stuff like that. Yeah, nice. And I started looking around. I wanted a camera. I saw some for cheap, but the camera quality was not it. And also I was thinking about, if I'm buying a camera, I want to be able to vlog with it. So I want to be able to see my face. Because some cameras only have one screen, and so when you flip it, you don't see your face, you don't see what you're filming. So I started looking around, and initially my budget was 150. But then when I saw I wouldn't have, there's not great option for 150 euros, I decided to go over my budget, and I bought the DJI Action Cam 2. for 230 euros. And I love that camera. It's what I was looking for, you know. And honestly, for the price, it's really worth it. So I'm going to try it out in the Netherlands and try filming everything. I won't post it, obviously, because I'm not ready yet to show my face online. For me, this is something a bit low risk, okay? I'm posting, you only hear my voice, you don't know my name, you don't see my face, because I want to keep it that way. And maybe in the future, if I continue this, I will maybe start showing my face, but for now, I want to remain anonymous and private so that, you know, I can have my private life and that's it. I don't want to like expose myself online. And we know about the dangers of, how do you call that? Online footprint. Yeah, we know about that. So, you know, I'm putting it out for now, and maybe in the future we'll see. Maybe. Never say never. So, do I stop here or do I continue? That is a question indeed. Guys, I want to start learning Spanish. I want to learn Spanish. It's been a long time since I wanted to learn Spanish, but honestly, you know, right now, I am surviving. So I don't have time to do anything that I want. I want to start crochet again because it's so fun, but I don't have time and I want to start it again. I want to start going to the gym again because at one point in my life I went a lot. And honestly, I started enjoying it. But then I didn't have time anymore and stopped. I want to start learning Spanish. I want to do a lot of things. Actually, I want to do a lot of things. But I just don't have the time. Because school won't leave me alone. It won't. Pray for me, guys. Anyway, Spanish. I just love Spanish so much. I find it a sexy language. Like, I love hearing people speaking Spanish, and I just want to be able to understand it. I want to be able to understand Spanish, speak it, and I have a large portion of my family that speaks Spanish. So I'm hoping that I can, like, because I have a whole side of my family that don't speak the same languages as me, and they almost all speak Spanish, so I cannot communicate with them because, you know, language barrier. And I really want to learn Spanish in general. It looks like a sexy language. I think if I concentrate, because I know French, I'm able to understand a little bit, but a little teensy bit. It's the same for Japanese, because I've been watching animes for so long. Now there's some words I understand. And fun fact, I went to Japan. I was able to communicate with them. But when I say communicate, really basic stuff. Like, I'm basically going up to them and like, Dragon Ball figurine, want. And they're like, oh, hi. And then they take you. I think it was, I was going to them and saying, like, what I just said in Japanese. It was like, Dragon Ball Hoshi. And I didn't just say figurine, I just say Dragon Ball want. Anyways, they understood me. I understood them on some point, because the thing is, they say a lot of words often. But once you introduce new words, I'm out. I'm like, okay. I know I say 2 words in Japanese. I'm not fluent in Japanese. Let me pick up Google Translate and then we can see from there. Okay? Yeah. Anyways, but I think I'll understand Spanish more than Japanese. At one point, I was trying to learn Japanese because I was going on a trip to Japan, and I realized it's not that deep. You don't really need to know a whole language to go to that country. But if I had to choose now between understanding Japanese and understanding Spanish, I would choose Spanish. For me, it's a higher priority. I have nobody to talk Japanese to. On the other hand, Spanish, like I said, a whole side of my family. Anyway, I want to talk about also Syria has finally been freed, and honestly, finally, it was time. I'm so happy about that. And now I just hope we can do the same for other oppressed countries, like Iran, and maybe if Israel can leave Palestine alone, that would be great also. But anyway, it's a step forward, and not a small one. It's a huge step forward, and really, I think I'll end a podcast on that. I'm really happy that happened, and let's keep this up, and let's keep going and do the same for other stuff. Not only freeing countries, but all those things that we want to be fixed. Let's start doing that. Life is worth living. Ooh. That's how I'm feeling right now. Because winter break is approaching. And I still have a shit ton of homework to do. But at least I don't have to go to school anymore. And that's a plus. I think I have to go to school tomorrow. And then next week, like 1 day. And I'm finally free from school for 2 weeks. But I take what I can take, huh? Like we say in slang, a win is a win. And you gotta celebrate. That's all you gotta do. Then, I want to talk about Infinity Nikki. The last time I talked about it, I didn't play the game. Now, after several days of gameplay and play through the game, can say I love it. I love it. The game is so cute. The fact there is no fan service, like no boobs jiggling or, parts that are shown that shouldn't be shown. It's so cool. I love that you have... For the people that don't know Infinity Nikki, the Nikki game world, Nikki has had a lot of games. I think they were all mobile games. And it has a huge fan base. Mostly Chinese women, but it has a huge fan base. Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay. And so I played 2 of the Nikki's game on mobile, but the games are so broad and you have so much to discover. I will have a hyperfixation on it and then stop, and then when I come back I'm like, I forgot everything, so I have to do everything back. So and then I stop. And also when it's a mobile game, I get kind of discouraged. I prefer when it's on PlayStation or on PC. PlayStation, because I don't want to install any games on my PC. I'm scared for it. But I played them. I really like them. The only problem was they're too broad. There's too much to do. I get overwhelmed and I stop. Now, they launched Infinity Nikki. It's basically, it's open world. It looks like Genshin Impact. It's a little bit the same concept, but in this one, you have to fight with outfits. you're basically a stylist, and for example, if you want to use your powers to fight little creatures, you have to change into another outfit. To float, you have to change into another outfit, and it's just so good. And sometimes you have styling competitions. So like there's a villain, and they say, okay, the team is cool, and then you have to dress. You have to have like a cool outfit, and you fight. And the game is so aesthetically pleasing, and it's just so relaxing. I recommend it 100,000%, and it's free. It's free. It's a gacha game, so it's a bit like gambling, but I have a lot of self-restraint, and I've played a lot of gacha games, and I've never put any money in those games. So again, it depends on your will. If you want to put money on it, go ahead, be my guest. I'm just saying, I personally haven't paid anything on the game, and I'm still having a super fun experience. So for me, it's basically free. Go play Infinity Nikki. Yeah. Was it last week? I don't know when it was. It was a couple of days. It was a couple of days. It's not last week. I think it was Monday. I don't know. Let's say Monday for the sake of the story, but I don't remember. I don't think it's Monday. Let's just say Monday. Okay. Monday, we in Belgium, we have a bus company that has a really, really bad reputation. Basically, they never come on time. They're always late, like super late, or super early. And I'm not talking 5 minutes, I'm talking 15, 30 minutes. Yeah? And a lot of time what ends up happening is just either they're late, either they're in advance, or either they just cancel the bus. Like, you're checking the bus on the app, and then suddenly it disappears. Okay. No, it's not like I needed that bus or something. And also, most of the time, you have 1 in an hour or 2 in an hour, so yeah. And I'm lucky I don't have to take that bus company. But last Monday, again, I don't know if it was Monday. Last Monday, I was walking outside, and I saw that bus and also they known to be a racist. Yeah, I have cried on on that bus. I have. I saw, when I was walking, a bus from that company waiting. So he was at the station. Not only did he get there in advance, but he decided to wait. And you want to tell me, wait for what? Basically, the station, there's also a subway station. So we waited for the subway to come, so that the people that are in the subway, they can come into the bus. Instead of going, And it's crazy. You don't realize how much this is crazy. It's not possible. I saw that, and it sent me into a spiral. I was like, no, this is not possible. No, this is an anomaly. I'll tell you, this cannot exist. This is not possible. I started talking alone in the street again. But I mean, it's not new. It sent me into a spiral. You know that episode of SpongeBob where they're like, no, what did he say? He's like on the ground, and he started tweaking, and there's doodles on the wall, and he went rampage, and he started tweaking. Oh, I started tweaking. I genuinely saw that. I was like, this is an anomaly. This cannot exist, and this is not. This is a sign of the end of the world, basically. This cannot happen. This is not possible. And the chauffeur, when he waited for the subway and the people on the subway came in, he smiled. Damn. That's not possible. That's not. I said a couple of minutes ago that I cried on that bus. And you know what? This is as good as a day to tell the story. Basically, it was my first day in high school. And it was my first time taking that bus company. Yeah. So, I went on that bus. Okay, waited for my stop. And my mother was calling me. So, I took the call. And it was my stop. So, I was like, okay, waiting for my stop in the bus. And the chauffeur didn't open the doors. So I'm like shouting screaming in the bus, open the doors. He pretends to not hear me. I go to the chauffeur, I'm like, open the door. That man has the audacity to tell me, Mrs. is on the phone, Mrs. don't get her stop. I'm like, what? So basically, because I'm on the phone, I cannot get out. So I got out at the next stop. And the thing is, I was so panicking and everything, I didn't see which way we went to go to that stop. So I was basically lost. And it was my first day of high school, and I hate being late. I hate. So, and my mom was screaming at me on the phone. She was screaming like, why did you get out? Why? And I'm like on the verge of crying. But I did cry like 1 minute later. So I started panicking, started crying, started sobbing, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. And I'm starting to ask people, where is my school? And they're like, school? Oh no, I don't know where the school is. And so I'm sobbing, I'm crying, I'm doing everything I can, you know. And a woman tries to help me, but she doesn't know, so she's making me more frustrated because why are you trying to help me if you don't know where that is? I get that you wanted to be kind, but it made me panic more and more. So after like 30 minutes, no, I think it was more 15 minutes, because in the end I got at school 1 hour later. I went to the school, mind you, it's my first day school, new school, I don't know anybody. I'm sobbing. I go to the secretary. I'm like, I was on the bus, and the bus chauffeur, he didn't want to let me out, and I was lost. And it's my first time. And she's looking at me. She was like, it's not that deep, really. It's the first day. Nobody's taking attendance. And I'm still sobbing, and she didn't say that, but now that I look back at it, she was kind of thinking that. And then they got me a teacher to take me to my school room, like my class, and because he saw me sobbing, we didn't have the right to use the lift, but because I was so hysterically sobbing and everything, he said, you know what, let's go take the lift. And maybe that was worth it. Yeah. I will say that was worth it, because taking the lift at that school, that was a once in a lifetime experience. Guys, I have a serious question to ask you. Do you think I'm funny? Like, do you listen to this podcast and think that I'm funny? Think about it. Because I consider myself a funny person. But the thing is, I cannot shine on this podcast because I'm alone. I'll leech off of the person that are next to me. You know, you like this, let me mix something. And I'm funny. But now I'm talking alone, so I don't know. I just hope that on this podcast, you had at least one moment where you're like, oh my, like, it was almost funny. That's all. That's all I'm asking for. You know, don't shoot with the moon. I'm shooting for the stars. But really, I think I'm funny, but you know, I don't know. Yo, I can be funny. Please, I can be funny. Please stay. I can be funny. Do you want me to tell a joke? I don't have jokes. The thing is, I'm really bad at jokes. Do I have a joke? Huh? No, I only have racist jokes, and it's not even good jokes. It's, you know, when you're 6 years old and you, those classic jokes with there's a Jew, an Arab, and a white person. They enter a bar. You know, I only have those jokes. Sorry. So I guess I'm not going to do that because why would I? But let's talk about something else. Do y'all cry on the toilet? I'm not saying crying because you're sad or something. It's just me when I go to the toilet, I'm so relieved that like the pee is getting out of me. I have a single teardrop that fell of my eyes. Yeah, I think the reason that I cry, like if I had a chart with all the times I cried in my life and all the reasons why, I think the bathroom would be top one and by a lot. Because I don't cry a lot. I almost never cry. Except on the toilet. Every time I go, you best believe I'm going to cry. And not crying like, it's happy tears. I'm like, whew. And there's a tear that falls. It's so poetic. Like, the pee goes out of my body and the tears flow. Yeah. Yeah. But I didn't want to say, I want to say something else. It's also on the toilet, I start thinking a lot. I have one dilemma that I've had since I was, as long as I can remember, I've had this dilemma. It is, you enter a bathroom. Yeah. And in the bathroom, it's a white bathroom. You have two options. There's two toilets. There's either one in the middle of the bathroom that is like the best bathroom you can ever see. It's clean. It's like this Japanese bathroom. It's clean. But the thing is, it's in the middle of the room. There's no walls. There's nothing. There's nothing hiding you. And you have a bathroom, another toilet that is a bit hidden. It's in the same room. It's a bit hidden. It's like in a corner. People don't see it directly when they enter. It's in the corner and it's hidden by a curtain, but a small, ugly, smelly curtain, and the toilet is shit. It's bomb. It's like a brown toilet that has poop everywhere. And the thing is, you don't know if there are people coming into this bathroom or not. So my dilemma, since I was a child, is, do I choose the pristine, clean bathroom in the middle of the room, and not knowing, and also when you open the door, it's the first thing that you see, not knowing, and the door cannot be locked, not knowing if somebody's gonna enter and see me use the toilet, or do I take the smelly, ugly bathroom that is a bit hidden? But the thing is, you're not guaranteed that nobody's gonna enter, because it's just a curtain. There's no door. So either you have the clean bathroom in the middle, or you have the smelly bathroom on the side. But even then, you're not guaranteed that nobody's gonna enter. So that's the dilemma, because I don't know. I don't know what I would have chosen. I think it's more of a on the spot dilemma, because right now I don't know. would lean towards. That's the thing. I don't know. Every time I think about it, I change my mind. Sometimes I say, yeah, I'm going to take the clean toilet. Sometimes I say I'm going to take the ugly bathroom that is smelly and full of poo. But I think this is the biggest dilemma I have in my life. Yeah. Imagine in the future that happens to me, and this was actually a prophecy to prepare me for the future. Because we never know. I've had a lot of visions in my life. But the thing is, I have a vision and I forget it. And I remember the vision on the spot. Like, the moment that the vision is happening. One vision I had was, I was in a train station on, you know, those bikes that you can use and then they charge your phone. I was doing that, and there is an old man passing, and he looks at me, and I turn and I see his face. That was my vision. I didn't have any other context. I just knew that I was in a train station and everything. And the thing is, there was a moment I participated in like how do you say it? Yeah, a competition. So basically, you just fill out a form and then maybe you win something. And it was to win train tickets. So you had a train pass for like a week, and then you could go with it wherever you want, and it's all free. But the thing is, it's only a week and you cannot go over that limit. So I didn't forget about it, and then 6 months later they say, oh, congratulations, you win. No. Okay, nice, cool. And the thing is, I'm not I like my freedom. That's the thing. I'm a very independent woman, and I like my freedom. So you tell me, here are train tickets, you can go to other countries with it. Obviously, that's what I'm doing. And before I won those tickets, my mother told me, oh yeah, let's go to Fantasieland. And Fantasieland is like in a neighboring country. And to go there, you have to go 3 hours by car. And so she was like, we're going with somebody who has a car, and we're going there. And then, you know, I didn't want to go to Fantasieland, but now that she said it, I want to go to Fantasieland. And then she says, oh no, sorry, we cannot afford it, we cannot go. And so now it's over, because the idea is in my head, and I knew I was going to get there. I was going to Fantasieland alone or with somebody, I don't care, okay? And that's also the thing. I started doing a lot more activities alone because nobody wanted to go with me. And now every time I want to do something, I stop waiting for people. I just do it. And I'm like, okay, I need to find a way to go to Fantasieland. And I get those train tickets. So I'm like, I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. So, take those train tickets. From my house to Fantasieland in train, it's 3 hours and a half. And that's only one way. For the return, so let's say I have 7 hours by train. If we're taking the return train and the one-way train. Yeah. So, I get up. I think it was 5 a.m. or something like that. I get to the train station, and the subway had some... I'm always there in advance, but the thing is, the subway had some problems, and when you take the subway at 5 a.m., not 5 a.m., like it was 6 a.m., but I wake up at 5 a.m. When you get at 6 a.m., there are not a lot of subways, so if you miss one or if one has a problem, you have to wait for the next one. So, I take the subway. It has a problem. Every stop, he stays like, I don't know how many minutes there. We are wasting a lot of time. and I get there, I'm running to get to the train, and I miss it. But like literally the doors closed before me, and I was begging the train person, manager, I don't know, to let me go in it, and he didn't want to. So the next train was in 2 hours. Yippee! We love it. So I have no choice. I wait at the train station, and there are those bikes, and I'm like, you know what? Let's bike to charge my phone, because I didn't want to use all the battery, except because I have a long day ahead of me, you know. So I'm biking, and I want to use my battery, so I start drawing, and when it was fully charged, I started using it a bit, and then because I'm the only crazy person at, I think by that time it was 8 a.m. because I'm the only crazy person at 7 a.m. biking my ass off, and I'm making a lot of sound, biking my ass off. People look at me, and so I'm biking, and then I see that exact man that was in my vision. And then I remembered my vision. I was like, oh, I saw you in my dream. Dang. So was that vision useful? No. But did it happen? Yes. I don't think the dilemma is going to happen. But now, anyways, we're in the story of Phantasialand, so let's continue. So I wait 2 hours, I get on the train, and the thing is, I have to take a train to get to a city, and then to the city, I have to take another local train, and then when I get to that city, I have to take a shuttle to take me to Phantasialand. Okay, I take like the first train. I'm in Germany now. First time in Germany. When I just put one foot in Germany, started smelling beer. How do you call it? You know, the meat that's inside the hot dogs. Anyway, I started smelling that. Okay, nice. Then I take the other local train. And then my shuttle bus, I didn't know that was my shuttle bus because it was completely back and there was no indication that it was that. I miss it. So I'm like sitting, have to wait 20 minutes. But the thing is, I wasn't mad about the 20 minutes because I sat on the train station and just in front of me, I didn't see it because the shuttle bus was in front of me. But when it went away, in front of me, it was the most gorgeous palace. It looks like it was out of the Bridgerton series. It was so beautiful, and it was so a pale yellow, and it was so beautiful. I just stared at it for 20 minutes while eating an apple, and that's crazy because sometimes I have apples in my bag and I never eat them, but I think the palace just, it was like, eat the apple, girl, eat it. And I was like, okay, yeah, I eat it. Then I take 20 minutes, I have the time of my life in Phantasialand, and the thing is that Phantasialand is almost every attraction they have has broken some kind of world record. So you have fastest attraction or like highest attraction. Every attraction is extreme. When I tell you I did one attraction, I was like, oh, we have the same in our attraction park. It was 10 times worse. I think I almost dislocated my knee because at one time, you know, it's those attractions that just you spin. And at one point I couldn't control my body anymore. So I was just a woman flopping around in that attraction, and my knee went in the wrong way, but it's okay. I went through it, and then I left the best attraction for last. But I was in a stress, a big stress, because I do the attraction, and I'm like, I'm on a time crunch, because if I take too long, I will miss my shuttle, which will make me miss my local train, which will make me miss the big train that takes you home. And it was the last one. So I'm in the waiting line, I'm stressing, but it was worth it because the attraction, I think the first in the world. I don't know. Correct me if I'm mistaken. It was it's called fly, and you do it basically lying down, so you really have the feeling that you're flying, and it was so good. It was so good. Really loved it. And then I did it, had the time of my life. I started running to get to the shuttle bus. I got it, thankfully, because my plan B was, if I cannot get a train back home, I'll just go to the Netherlands because I have family there. So, and I didn't want to go to the Netherlands. So I did that, and hopefully I catched all my trains, and I went home. I went home limping. Every part of my body hurts, but you know, I did it. I had one idea in my mind and I did it. And then I think the next 2 days I went to Amsterdam, to the Netherlands, and contrary to Germany, the moment I stepped out of the train, it started smelling marijuana? I don't know. The thing that people smoke, because it's legal there. Anyway, visited Amsterdam, cool, everything cool, and I went back, and that's how I used my 7 days pass of train. And yeah, I didn't want to visit any other things because I had already done London. I needed Amsterdam and Germany off my list, but the other neighboring countries I already did, so that's why I didn't do much. Anyway, I think this is a good point to stop. Guys, I'll see you next week. I'll have more free time. I'm really hoping that I can start editing the episodes so I can have input from y'all in the comments. That would be so great. But you know, so because I have a lot to do, I need to make an intro. I need to make like a visual that is going to be looped in my videos, and I just have to edit my my episode. And I think the editing is the easiest part, but I'm dreading making the intro and outro. But anyways, if you hear this, it's already up. But here you go. Oh yeah, I didn't mention. You may notice that the sound quality is better because I found that my brother had bought a better microphone. So I'm not dishonoring the pack that I made. Zuzu Empire, I'm not dishonoring the pack that I made. If we get some more interaction from the people and stuff like that, I will buy a better microphone than this one. But for now, you still have a better one. Yay! Win-win. It's a win-win situation. Anyway, bye!